Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. Today is part 2 of my OpenAI video series where I'm teaching you how to bring the power of ChatGPT to Microsoft Access using OpenAI's API. So if you haven't watched part 1 yet, what are you doing here? Go watch part 1. Come on back after that. And we will now resume our program already in progress. And my code in my other database is just slightly different, so I apologize. I have to change that to xml.http right there. Okay, so it's the same object. All right, you have to set the content type to JSON. It's a JSON string, which looks like that. Okay, just a different format for information. And then we have to say bearer API key. These are request headers, by the way. They're headers that get sent before the actual data. It's letting them know, hey, we're working with JSON here, and oh, here's my API key, by the way. Okay? All right, now we're going to add 3 more variables. We're going to have a system message, SM, as string. We're going to have user content as string. And then we're going to have the final string that we're going to send to ChatGPT. We'll call it the send string as string. Okay. Now, the system message is basically going to be your instructions to the AI. So we're going to say, please format the following, correcting for spelling and grammar. Okay? The user content is what your user is sending to the AI. So in other words, your paragraph of text that you want to be corrected. So the user content is going to be equal to, let's make it my text, which was this field over here on the form. All right, my text. Now, the send string, we have to take this stuff, format it together with the model and the rest of the JSON formatting to build a body that we're going to send with the HTTP request. And that is what it looks like. That's a properly formatted JSON string. Okay? All the double quotes means we need quotes inside of brackets, inside of parentheses, and blah, 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 blah. But this is what you have to type in. So everybody get typing. Gold members, you can just copy this if you want to, right out of the database. All right. It's basically saying the model is that, which is the GPT 3.5 Turbo. Okay. And then the messages, all right, role system content is the system message. We just gave it here. Right? Role user content is the text that the user is sending. Basically, you can tell it, format this for spelling and grammar, or act like you're a drill instructor and give me, whatever, and then you continue it. So there's 2 parts to it. There's the system message, which is explaining to the bot, training it what it needs to do. And then there's the user content, which is the actual text it's going to be working with. And you have to do this. You have to send it these 2 parts because unlike ChatGPT, where it remembers the entire conversation each step of the way, the AI is stateless at this point. In other words, it doesn't remember previous requests. So if you have to send it a follow-up question, you've got to send it the previous stuff as the system message. It's a little weird. I'm going to cover this in a future video. But they are, from what I've read, OpenAI is working on a way to make the AI for the API stateful, where it does remember previous inquiries. So for now, it only works 1 message at a time. So if you want to send it other instructions, you got to put it as part of the system message. All right, so we should have a valid send string at this point. Let's just take a peek at what we got. We're not going to do anything here. We're just going to status the send string and then exit sub. I just want to see what that looks like at this point. Make sure we got everything looking good. Okay, let's come back out here. Let's close this. Let's open it back up again and click the button. Whoops, hold on. Oh, okay. Because I still got remnants of the other stuff in here. In fact, we can get rid of all of that because it doesn't know what that is. Save it. Let's throw in a debug compile. Whoops. Wrong one. Debug compile. Okay, now let's try it. Doesn't support. What did I do? Okay. Oh, I forgot an important step. I forgot to change this. We have to change this to a slightly different object. It's going to be this one. There. It's just server XML HTTP. My bad. Okay, and I'm leaving this mistake in there because That's gotten me a couple times, and it took me a while to figure out what's going on here. All right, click, and invalid use of null. What else we got? Okay, my text is null. So let's put that check up top here. All right, let's put it after the dim statements. If is null, my text. I can't type today. My text, then exit sub. All right, if they don't put anything in the box, nothing happens, right? So I'm going to put in here, hi, today is my birthday, yay. And then we'll hit send. And there's our string. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. And yes, I'm copying and pasting code from another database that I built that I use for myself. So some of the variables are different. Some of the stuff I forgot to change. So sorry. I'm still saving you a ton of time over what it took me to figure all this out. But here you can see this is what's going to get sent to ChatGPT. Okay, we're telling it, please format the following, correcting for spelling and grammar, and the user content is, hi, today is my birthday, yay. Okay, now we can actually send it. So let's come in here. Let's get rid of this stuff. All right, right in here, instead of just a send, we are now going to send the send string. Add that as a parameter right there. Okay, save it. And then way at the bottom down here, we will status the response text and show what it got. And what I like to do it so that when we're sending it, before we hit the send string, I like to say status box dot backcolor equals VB yellow. That just visually indicates to me that we're in the process of sending stuff. And then when it comes back and we're done, I'm going to say status box dot backcolor equals VB green. So we know we got a successful one. Okay? And yes, you can do error checking and look for errors and all that stuff. And I'll cover that maybe in the extended cut for the members. All right, debug, compile. Let's give her a shot. You ready? Actually, let's blank the status box up top here. So right here, status box equals blank. Okay. That way it gets rid of any crap that was in there from before. Here we go. Send. Okay, you exceeded your current quota. Please check your plan and billing details. All right, so that's because I'm using that that test key, which doesn't have any credit on it. So I'm going to go and switch it to my actual key now that you're not going to be able to see. So I do believe that the reason why I didn't get any free credits is because my phone number is already associated with my other account. So they're not giving me, I think it's based on your phone number. Because I think you get some free credit to start with, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me, like I said. But I'm going to go switch my key now. I'll be right back. All right, I switched my API key, but at least this here can show you that we're getting a response back from OpenAI, right? They're sending us some stuff. All right, here we go. Send to OpenAI, click, and all right, there we go. Here's what we got back. Let me zoom in so you can see it better. Now, it's got a bunch of other information in here that we don't need. All right, it's got the ID. That's the ID of that request, chat completion, the model, and so on. And right down here, after content, is our corrected text. See that? So now we just got to do a little cleanup using my find between function to find that text in that string. So we're going to look for the text that's between this, the content right here, and the opening quote. And then we're going to look on the end side. I'm going to find this, right? Because this guy basically closes off this set of variables here. And then we'll trim all the rest of the crap off at the end of that line. All right, so that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to come back into our code. And right here, we're going to clean up, or we're going to pull out the data that we need. All right, first we need my find between function, right? Here's the find between video. I'm going to go down to the code vault, which the gold members can also go to and find. Oh, there it is right there. There's the find between code. Y'all can get typing if you're not a gold member. All right, I'm going to hit copy. Let's put this in the global mod. I'll just put it right down here. Boom, there's find between. Okay. And here's the next line of code we need right there. We're going to say response text equals find between response text. And between, we're looking for quote, content, quote, colon, space, quote. Right, that's from here. That, looking for that. And then on the other side, we're going to look for this. All right. And now after we've cleaned it up, let's see what it looks like now. Save that. Come back out here. Let's do it again. Click. And when it comes back, okay, today is my birthday, yay. We still got that quote on the end. And my yellow's not working. That's probably because there's nothing to refresh the screen in here. We could put a me.repaint, or we could just put in here, set it to yellow, and then right after that, say status, sending to OpenAI, like that, right? And then when it comes back, we'll clear it again, status box equals blank, put the response text in there, and then set it to green. Okay? And now we know what we're getting. We just have to clean off that trailing quote. So we're going to say if the right, it should always be, but if the right of response text, comma 1 equals that, if it equals a set of double quotes, then response text equals the left of response text, comma, the length of response text minus 1. That's how you chop a character off the right side. Okay? All right, here we go. Let's do it again. Ready? Click. Sending to OpenAI. Today's my birthday. Oh, it didn't get it. There must be more characters on the end of that string. I'm going to share with you another little function that I wrote, and it's called delete trailing characters, and there it is. What it basically does is it looks at the end of a string, okay? And if it's CHR10, CHR13, which that's new line and line feed, right? Or if it's a space, or if it's a quote, or if it's a tab that's CHR9, then it chops that character off. So it just looks at the end of the string and gets rid of any undesirable characters at the end. I wrote this for myself. I didn't think I'd need to use it today, but I guess I do. All right, so now instead of this monster thing here, we'll just say delete trailing characters response text. And even though it's a function, don't put parentheses around it, because I'm not handling it as a typical function. I'm sending it as a byref, so it's actually modifying the string you send it. So it's a weird, yeah, just type it in like that. Just do what I tell you to do. Okay? Save it. Debug. Compile. Come back out here, hit the button, and there you go. Today's my birthday. Yay. And now what you can do, what I do sometimes is I'll just do voice dictation right into this box. All right, Windows voice dictation is window key H. It's installed on most versions of Windows, and it will put your text that you say right into here, and it takes a second. Now, sometimes you get this. Oh, there it goes. Sometimes you see this message that says some voice features aren't available. It takes a second, but there it goes. Okay, so be a little more careful with it, right? But here's all the text that I just said. Okay? So now we can send that to, let's see what how OpenAI handles it. Correcting it for spelling and grammar. There you go. Okay, put some periods in there and a comma, but it works. It's pretty cool. You can use this in Access. You can use it for all kinds of other stuff. Now, in the extended cut for the members, I'm going to show you how to set up multiple bots so you can tell your bot, hey, don't just correct for spelling and grammar. Reply as if you're Mr. Spock. Reply as if you're Jean-Luc Picard, right? Be super friendly, because you might get, sometimes this happens to me, you get customer service emails and you're like, oh, you just want to choke this person because they're being a wiener. But I want you to take the text that I say and make it sound super polite and friendly and customer service-y. Okay, or be very professional. Sometimes if I'm contacting another company, I want to sound like I'm very professional instead of the goofball that I usually am. You can make it create bullet points out of a bunch of text that you send it. Whatever you want to do. You can train the bot before you send it the text. That's what that system message is for. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to handle custom errors, because sometimes if the prompt, if what you send to OpenAI doesn't work for any reason, whether it's poor network connection or something drops or whatever, it'll return an error message. I'll show you how to handle that. And we'll turn all this into a custom function, so it's not just code in a form. So that's all covered in the extended cut for the members. Of course, silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut videos, not just this one, all of them. There's hundreds of them by now. All right. Plus you get free classes and all kinds of other cool stuff. And gold members, you can download these databases and you get the code vault. There's so many reasons to join. So what are you waiting for? Join today. All right, so that's going to be your tech help video for today. Now, moving forward with this, I'm going to do the extended cut for the members, but beyond that, I'm not going to do many more videos as far as tech help videos go on this, because It's not really a Microsoft Access topic, even though there's a lot you can do in your Access databases for it. And I know that there's a lot of you out there who do not want to pay for an API key. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing more free videos on OpenAI. But I am planning on putting together a seminar where I cover lots and lots and lots of stuff. And this is an ever-evolving field. This AI stuff is taken over. So I plan on doing a lot more videos on it, just not ones I'm going to put on YouTube for free because I know a lot of people won't watch them. So if you are interested in learning more about OpenAI as far as using it with Microsoft Access, post a comment down below. And if I get enough people that are interested, I'm going to put together a seminar relatively soon on a whole bunch of other cool stuff that I'm doing with OpenAI. For example, I used to, when I finished a video, I used to free-form everything by hand, write the description, write out all the text on YouTube. I'd copy and paste a lot of stuff. But now I built a database with OpenAI where I put in a few things and it writes all that for me. So I can literally give it the transcript of the audio from my video, and it will put together the outline. It'll put together. I'm in the process of building a database to actually write my handbook for me. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with this, and I've just scratched the surface. So if you want to learn more, put a comment down below, and if enough people are interested, keeping in mind these are going to be paid lessons. These aren't going to be free. So, but that's it. That's your tech help video for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. And also post a comment down below if you've done something cool with OpenAI with your Access database. I want to know about it. What kinds of cool stuff are you guys doing? All right, take care. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have below. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? Click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. YouTube does a pretty good job of hiding it. It's right down there. See this part of the description here, right? The name, the video's up here. There's a little Show More down there, right down the bottom. It's kind of hard to find. But once you click on that, you'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. And YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted like they used to do. But if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. And you can pick how frequently to get emails from me, either as they happen, daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, if you'd like to become a paid member of my channel and receive all kinds of awesome perks, click on the Join button. You'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks, including my extended cut videos, access to my code vault, lots of VBA source code in there, template downloads, and lots more. I'll talk more about these perks at the end of the video. Even if you don't want to commit to becoming a paid member and you'd like to help support my work, please feel free to click on the tip jar link. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got some puppies to feed. But don't worry, no matter what, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you really want to learn Access and you haven't tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, and more. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? The whole thing, free, 4 hours. Go watch it. And okay, a lot of you have told me that you don't have time to sit through a 4-hour course. So I do now have a quicker Microsoft Access for Beginners video that covers all the basics faster in about 30 minutes. And no, I didn't just put the video on fast forward. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. Now, if you like level 1, level 2 is just $1. That's it, $1. And that's another whole 90-minute course. Level 2 is also free for paid members of any level, including supporters. So if you're a member, go watch level 2. It's free. Okay, want to get your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my tech help page and send me your question there. Members get priority, of course. While I do try to read and respond to all of the comments posted below in the comments section, I only have time to go through them briefly a couple of times a month, and sometimes I get thousands of them. So send me your question here on the Tech Help page, and you'll have a better chance of getting it answered. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by my Access forum. We've got lots of lively conversations about Microsoft Access and other topics. I have a fantastic group of moderators who help me answer questions. Shout out to Alex, Kevin, Scott, Adam, John, Dan, Juan, and everybody else who helps out on the site. I appreciate everything you do. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't like Facebook. Don't get me started. Now, let's talk more about those member perks if you do decide to join as a paid member. There are different levels: silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut Tech Help videos, one free beginner class every month, and some other perks. Gold members get all the previous perks, plus access to download the sample databases that I build in my Tech Help videos, plus access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, the code that I build in most of the videos. You'll also get higher priority if you do submit any Tech Help questions. Now, answers are never guaranteed, but you do go higher in the list for me to read them. And if I like your question, you got a good chance of it being answered. You'll also get one free expert level class each month after you've finished the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus even higher priority for Tech Help questions. You get access to all of my full beginner level courses for every subject. And I cover lots of different subjects like Word, Excel, VBA, ASP, lots of different stuff, not just Access. These are the full-length courses found on my website. You get all the beginner ones. In addition, once you finish the expert classes, you get one free developer class per month. So lots of training. And finally, you can also become a Diamond sponsor. You'll have your name or your company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown on each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you again soon.